TamBam.
And how's everybody doing on this Friday?
We hope everyone's doing great because I'm doing great on Friday. This is Friday. I have a day off tomorrow, so of course I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. The weather is nice. Look, it's not too cold, not too hot. It's that nice weather where you can
That's
be.
the overcast shit where you're like, what is going on? Because
Well,
I thought it was about to be hot and then it got cold.
Well, I thought it was, for a minute the eye clouds looked like it was about to start raining, but
Right.
we haven't got any. But I like it. And
Me too.
I mean, guys, I just have a serious question. I have a serious question. When did the kids start getting the Friday before Easter off? I'm confused.
Okay.
Like, they get more days.
First of all, don't be confused because you can't compare when we went to school to when they go to school because they got the winds blowing from the east, day off. Anything they could think of, day off. Pokemon cards are getting released today, day off. Anything they could think of for these little kids is day off. But back in the day, it wasn't. No, we need everyone in the seat. We need everyone there.
I know.
It's crazy.
Like, I don't remember being off these many days back in the day.
Because I never seen 3 spring breaks and. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and I'm exaggerating, of course. A spring break they have for a week, but it's still.
Some kids had 2.
But it's crazy.
Some districts have 2.
It's crazy when they release the dates. I'm looking at like. When's there a spring break? It's still like 50 degrees outside. There's no spring break, right?
Yeah, it's just so crazy. It's like, don't get me wrong, and I know us as parents, we all love spending time with our babies. We love our babies to death. But baby, I feel like that every time you look up, they are.
Right.
For it's everything. Like a good Friday, good Wednesday,
think about
good Monday.
When we went to school, they said Valentine's Day, they get a week off. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But we never got Valentine's Day. You're gonna go and you're gonna bring all your roommates, all your classmates, something, a card and some candy, right? But now they're just taking.
But is it just me, or I feel like that wasn't really given out when we were in school? Like I don't remember it being like it is right now. Like I take for every holiday for my kids' school because I'm just that type of mom. But I just don't remember it being like that. I don't remember coming home with bags of candy, bags of stuff.
No, you never come back with bags of candy, but you still show the appreciation of the kids that are in the class, right?
Right.
And then you never come back with bags of candy because that's not the time.
But that's why I'm like, yeah, that's what. But I mean, I'm one of those parents. Like, I'm already looking for teacher appreciation gifts for my kids' teacher, and it's not just because it's their teacher. I actually do adore both of my kids, 5th grade and 2nd grade teacher. They're lovely, so I will be getting them a teacher appreciation gift.
Plus, if they're actually teaching the kids something, hello.
Yes, but the kid got to be receptive to learning.
Right.
Yeah, that's a different topic. Okay, but it's just crazy. I was just talking to somebody in line because if you guys know me, you know that I will talk to.
And she will shop. She will shop.
Wow.
And she will talk.
Wow, you guys. I shop for important stuff. I shop for important stuff.
You shop and you
talk,
I
do.
Right?
Things that I need.
Okay.
Things that I need, you guys, I shop for.
We can prove this.
Okay. But I remember and that's what we're discussing. Like, kids are, my son is off the day before Easter, which is Friday. Then he off the day after Easter, which is Monday. So I said, well, is he getting chocolate milk wasted? Like, why you can't come on Monday? Maybe they looking out for us.
Well, they're trying to look out for us, but that don't add up. It don't add up. Right. I'd rather the kids be in school and not have to deal with them, right?
The mouth.
Yeah, because you could deal with them after school, right? Take your little cards and your Valentine's.
And don't get me wrong, and I know all of our parents, I love my babies, and there's gonna come a time when we getting out here, and I'm telling you, the boys is gone, they don't want to be bothered, they out here with their friends. I love my babies to death. But baby, when I tell you, they find they own what is this? The back of it. They sit no. It's like y'all came
from the baby hair you have on your neck.
It's like y'all came from in my womb sitting on my bladder to now sitting on my neck. Oh, okay, that's what we doing. But I love my babies to death.
They'll be like, what are you gonna do for me?
Right.
But you know.
So shout out to all the parents out there.
We're doing shots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to all my parents with kids that's still in elementary and junior high and in high school.
But the thing is, they're not doing nothing out in the
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and big ups to parenting.
And parenting, I want to give you, if I could give you a glass this big, parents, it's crazy. Good job. parenting is hard, and people don't. I don't think people show the same respect for how I feel. But parenting is hard, no matter what kind of parent you are.
Right.
No matter how many kids you have.
Right.
It is a hard situation, right?
Exactly.
That's what
I remember coming into my game from Winco, and it just a thought popped in my head. I said, well, why don't they have, you know how Amazon now got try it before you buy it, like they let you try the clothes for a week before you buy it. I said, well, why can't we get that with kids? Like, why can we?
Because they say you try it, you buy it.
And I know in some high schools they did have take the baby home with you.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I took cooking class. So I didn't.
We had no choice.
Yeah.
We took cooking class and the baby.
Like, so I didn't take them, but I said, baby, that was so funny. It tickled me to death. But like, baby, I wouldn't trade being a mom for anything. And I know most of the women and the dads, the parents out here wouldn't trade it. It's like you got those days that you want to pull your hair out, and that goes into our topic. That is what we want to talk about, mental health. That is what we're on here to talk about, and I don't think people realize how serious mental health is to people.
It's so many crazy turns and twists and turns you can do for mental health. It's like, and I could be mentally strong for this, but maybe TamBam ain't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to evaluate the situation for each person, because it's not the same. That's how I feel, at least.
That is true, and I think it's just a wide spectrum of mental health. Right. And I think people, us as parents, and sometimes we get to a point where we feel guilty because it's overwhelming being a parent. And I think good parents have that thought in their head, like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Right. I shouldn't have this thought. I shouldn't want to get a break from my kids. I shouldn't want to go sit here. I shouldn't want to go eat alone like my kids should. I think us as parents, we feel guilty.
But you should still want a break from your kids.
But I think you want a break, but you feel guilty on getting a break. And I think that goes a lot of it, and that's a mental health. Yeah. That's a mental health thing, because when you feel like once you become parents, and which we all do, your kids become your life. And I remember watching something, and they said kids shouldn't, because in a couple more years, these kids are going to be out doing their own thing, running around getting it, not thinking about mom or dad, not thinking about what you got going on. They out here trying to see what's up, and you still trying to figure out, like, what about me, what about me?
The scariest part is they're the ones supposed to be wiping us later, right? That's the crazy part. And I'm not trying to be vulgar or nothing, but I'm saying, who's taking care of us if they don't even take care of themselves?
Y'all already know by the time our kids get grown, they're going to have an app for that.
Yeah. They'll be like, wipe his ass.
Right.
Here we go.
Right.
They send him Elon Musk send a robot over there, wipe your ass.
Exactly.
And you'd be good to go.
But it's just really, really crazy. And I think if you don't have people that you can really talk to, it's like if something bothering you, and I always tell people, I know they got hotlines, and I was watching something, a commercial, and they had hotlines for kids between the age of 13 and I think the age of 20. I said, well, what happened to the ages 20 and on? Like, what?
All the mental stuff we had to go through.
Right. I'm like, what happened? And I think I was born in the 80s, he was born in the 70s, and I think if you're a millennial,
one year before the 80s.
Yeah.
Let's get
1 year, but it's still in the 70s. But I think it goes to show that we carry a lot on our sleeves, and we don't really divulge how we're feeling. We try to until it gets too late.
We hold it in. We hold it a lot.
Exactly.
Because we're old school. Right?
You're old school, and you was taught toughen it up, make it work, make it happen. And I really think mental health is across the board terrible for each sex, but I think when it comes to men, I think their mental health is a little different, because they were taught to lead. They were taught to not to show weakness. In our era, they was taught to toughen up, like you're the man of the household, like you got to do. So I think their mental health is a little different from ours, because men were taught to be the one that people cry on.
We're the ones that provide.
Exactly.
We're the shoulder you need to cry on. Where was that strong one? Right?
Exactly.
But
who do they cry to?
Who provides to us, right?
God.
So right. So, but humanly, on this planet, who do you talk to, right? Because everyone looks at you like, oh no, you're the alpha, so you're supposed to be able to dominate all this. But the thing is, it don't work that way, right? People want it to work that way. I would love it to work that way. Wouldn't you like to work that way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're both alphas, but it doesn't work that way. It's just, I'm telling you, it just does not work that way.
But I think a lot of it has to do with how we were raised. Because I think the kids that's raised up now, like in their 20s and 20, like they in touch with their feminine side. Okay, right. They out here wearing nail polish,
feminine, whatever side.
Yeah, tight pants, and I think they get it, but I think that people are so, it's a stigma when people actually going through something like a actual mental health breakdown. I think it's kind of a stigma.
My opinion is, I think the older generations, we go through some, just like she said, some stigma where it's like, they try to place us with the same thing as these young kids are going through, but it's not the same. You know, we hold ourselves to a higher standard, the older heads, right?
Right.
We hold ourselves to a higher standard, right? We want to provide for the woman, we want to do all this, but man, we get mentally broke down too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when we get mentally broke down, we're just crazy. That's how I feel. We're the older people. You're just crazy. You might be
right.
Whatever. You're doing too much this. You're doing too much that. But that's not true. You know, just we absorb. I think the older generation absorbs more
right.
than younger generation. The younger generation will be like, "Fuck you, I'll shoot you," and that's what it is. Okay. But older generation, we try to absorb things and think about things and try to plan things out the way it should be planned out, and it bothers us. There's a burden that gets put on our shoulders. No matter how we look, right? Because I talk a lot of shit, she talks a lot of shit, but man, just still the burden that gets put on our shoulders.
Right.
People can say whatever they want.
It's really a serious topic. So really, that's why I always tell people, take a day for you, whatever that may look like. Sometimes it ain't even going out. It's just having that day, turn your phone off, don't go on social media, having that time just for you, to reflect with you. Because sometimes we get so wrapped up in the world doing the things that we have to do that we forget to check on ourselves. Like, and I always tell people, check on your strong friends.
And then don't forget about the kids, right? You know, that you have kids that are strong-willed and all that stuff.
Right.
But you still have to guide them
exactly.
to the right way and still absorb it. Like I said, when I was born, I don't know what she's telling me, but I don't care. When I was born, you know, you get raised in certain things, right? So you see certain things and you go through certain things and you might feel a certain way about certain things, but you get older and you have to be like, okay, you know, like I was raised, I seen all kinds of crazy stuff, right?
Right.
She's seen all kinds of crazy stuff, but it's how you deal with it, right? And that's what creates us as a person, right? You see all this, okay, maybe I didn't have a dad, maybe I didn't have this, my mom, maybe I didn't have this. That's what creates us to the person we are, right? So it's like, I feel like, as long as we stay strong, but you need people in your corner. If you don't have people in your corner, it's hard, right?
Right.
It's hard. It's
right.
super hard, and I'm a witness to that, right? It's super hard. So it's like, that's why you show the love and respect for anyone that's trying to do the right thing for their family, right?
Mom said that sometimes you need to talk to somebody.
Somebody. We always say that.
Right.
We never exclude that. Everybody needs someone to talk to. If you don't know one to talk to, you become a ticking time bomb.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
boom, boom, boom.
And then you see it out on the news when people react in different ways. And I think you need that. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. Everybody needs to just release their burden. Sometimes you just need to vent and get it out. Yeah. They already know. I'm telling you, my support system, anybody that I know that I'm close to, if I'm having a day and I need to vent, I'm going to vent. I'm going to let it out because it's better out than in.
Yeah, way better.
And I'm really the type of person that in my mind, I'm like, I can handle it all by myself, so I keep it all bottled up because I know, like, I'm going to handle it. I got it. I'm running around, and I'm on negative 20.
As her good friend, when you see that, you already know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
And I think some people, when you're not comfortable talking about your mental health status, I feel like when people in your life, they can tell, like, no, tell me. Let's go out to eat. Let's get out this house. Because some people don't do good in the house. Some people shouldn't be in a dark space in the house thinking they thoughts. And some people need that. Some people need the weight of the world just to be released, for you to have a moment to sit down, have a cup of wine, and unwind, play a little music, your little favorite R&B music, because they made it good back in the 2000s.
But you need to release yourself from the environment sometimes.
Exactly.
Some people need to release themselves from the environment,
exactly.
right? Some people can absorb the environment and keep going. You take the negative and the positive and build it. But some people need to escape from that, right?
And there's nothing wrong with it. And I just want to tell all my parents, and I cannot stress this enough, take a day for you. You are not a bad parent because you decide to take a personal day for you. You're not a bad parent because you decide to go out and eat alone and you don't have your kids with you. You are not a bad parent because you decide to go get your nails done, your hair done. You're not a bad parent because you decide to go to the barbershop and treat yourself.
Right.
It's like we are not bad parents when you decide to do something for yourself.
If you want 2 tacos, get 2 tacos. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
These kids ain't getting none. They're fine.
It's a refrigerator full of food. They're gonna be okay.
Because we're the ones working, so that's the stuff that drives our brain.
And it's not even about the parents. And I just really want to touch on the kids. And it's okay, kids, for you to come home and talk to your parents about your day. You know, it's okay for your kid to tell you,
I feel like that's great.
Mom, today the world was on my shoulder. Yeah, they're in junior high school, and we might be looking at them like, what's on your shoulder? But really, when these kids get away from us and they're at school, they're away from. We don't know what the environment is at school. These kids are different.
But the thing is, as a parents, we absorb that. We absorb the kids' stuff, right? We absorb it. We absorb it. So you tell me you had a bad day, I'll absorb it, and whatever I gotta do for that, I'll absorb it.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm pouring in your cup,
right?
And I just always remember you pouring in your kids' cup and your spouse's cup and your friend's cup. And your neighbor's cup, just make sure that you got somebody to pour in your cup. Because once your cup get empty, if you don't have nobody to pour in your cup,
you're gonna be real dry.
You're gonna be real dry. I don't know if hopefully everybody's spiritual on here, but sometimes can't nobody do it but the Lord.
It's hard. It's
Come on now.
It's 100%. It's hard. Yes. 100%.
Okay, 2 people in the back.
100% is hard. People could say whatever they want and they could laugh at us. I don't care. Because mental health is really a big thing. No matter how you want to look at it, you can look at it from this angle, this angle, this angle, this. It doesn't matter.
Right. It's like that breakup. You have every right to be down.
You're gonna cry and cry
and
cry
until that job you lost. You have every right to be down. The money that didn't hit your account, you have every right to be down. Yep. There are so many reasons why you can be down, and there are so many ways that you call somebody and that person that you ever had a bad day and you call somebody and they're telling you everything that you should be grateful for instead of comforting you because I'm calling you for an issue.
And then you start laughing and smiling. Hey, there's a concept, that's the truth.
So this is here to say mental health. We just really want to come on here and talk about people's mental status and mental health and let you guys know it's okay. It's okay to have that bad day, but make sure you get up. And that's all of what it's about.
And it's okay to be different. It's okay to be different because everyone has different attitudes on what.
I'm different.
Don't listen to her. But people have different attitudes on different things.
Good luck to the sea. What my ceiling missing? Oh, okay.
First of all, you have your ceiling missing? Her ceiling is still here. I don't know.
Y'all already know. Okay, 2 chains.
Hey, Stace. I love you, Stace. Maybe I don't express it enough, but I love you to death. You're my only sister, and I love you to death. Die for you, whatever, You know how it is.
And that's really...
That's part of mental health, right? Mental health is because, we go ups and downs, and you know what I'm saying?
And being okay to say I love you. And I think a lot of people don't... I want to tell you guys this one thing that I admire about him and his family. I don't care if they probably 2 minutes away from each other and they on the phone. They say love you goodbye. And I think that is a big thing because before you know it, and I always tell people life is a promise. I think that is truly a big thing when you get off the phone with somebody just to tell them you love them. Let that be the last thing.
That might be the last thing you remember.
Exactly. Like I love you goodbye. So I think that's a big thing too because it's not just for somebody like, oh, I love you. I need to hear it.
Can I give a shout out to Tyrone? Even I tell him that he's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Tyrone is his brother-in-law.
He's my brother-in-law, but I tell him I love him. He still says it back, and because it's like you just don't understand. Like life, we're getting older.
Life be life.
Life be life, and like you said, and my last thing to somebody, if I tell them I love you, hey, goodbye, like I love you, have a good night. That's better than fuck you and all this other whatever you want to say. Sorry for the cuss words, but you know what I'm saying.
But that is true, you guys. I think. If you guys take nothing else away from this video or this podcast, we want to let you guys know that it is okay to be mentally unstable, but just make sure you have somebody in your corner. Just make sure you can call and talk to somebody. If you don't have any close friends, there's a lot of ways that you can go walk on the park. Like Go just get your
I don't
mind
think you
right.
have friends there, but this one. But get your mind right.
Helen said, always love you. Hugs.
Your mind right. Your mind right's right.
Hugs, always, Helen.
Always.
Helen, love you guys.
We love our family. Our family is never doubted.
And it just takes that, and you know, it takes that every Sunday. Get in with your family, just vibing, family check. Like, let me see where your mental at. How you been? How's been your work week? Make it happen. And I always tell people, anything that you want to do, you can do.
And if your family can't come to gatherings, that's their problem. Right? And that's part of mental health. And it sounds crazy, but I'm saying it's mental health because you need to be surrounded by people that's supposed to be care about you, right? And love you. You want that vibe. So if they can't make it, so what?
Good vibes.
We're gonna have good vibes for the people that can make it. Right?
So you guys, we just really want you guys to make sure you check on your strong friends.
Yes.
Make sure you check on the people that you might not normally check on, because you might be like, oh, that girl, okay, she's strong enough, she can handle it. Check on that person.
Right.
And if you're the type of person that you feel like I need a personal day, take that personal day.
Yep.
Take that personal day.
Don't overlook it. Don't overlook it because your brain's telling you something.
10 years, 15 years, them kids gonna be doing what? Doing them.
Whatever they want to do.
Okay, and we're gonna try to finalize.
And you're gonna be sitting back here like, why didn't I do that?
Like, can I come? Oh,
so
you going out to eat? Like, can mama come?
Oh, you're paying for mama. And you're paying for daddy.
Right. But I don't want to do that. But you guys, we really just want to just get on here about mental health. It's a serious matter. And we don't take it lightly. And we want everybody on our live stream. We want everybody to watch this to make sure your mental health is intact. And if you need a moment, take a moment. It's not selfish. Call off from work. Because guess what? When you pass away or if you get hurt, that job is going to replace you. Call off from work and take a day for you.
But even if it's little stuff.
Something
right?
little.
Even if it's little. If in your brain it messes with you, speak to somebody, right? Like me, I speak my mind all the time. It's crazy.
Oh boy, do
it gets me in trouble sometimes. But the thing is, at the same time, I feel more love because I say what I say what I feel, and then it's reciprocated, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
true.
sometimes you don't say what you feel, people don't understand where you're at.
Right.
People don't know you're in the gutter. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, oh man, I feel this, but if people speak up, if you speak up a little bit, then they speak up, and you could the mesh, right?
Right. And have a happy medium too when you're mental health. If you're going through something, have a happy medium. Like don't do nothing that's dangerous to yourself because you're trying to overcome that.
Because there's other people that love you.
Yeah, do something like I do. Like sometimes when I'm down, I just go, to Dollar Tree because I just gotta buy something.
Right. But no, honestly, it sounds crazy. But people have like me, right? I'll go shoot some hoops, right? That'll get my mental thing back, right? Hers is shopping. It's not a big. You can't judge people for what they do. It's just what they do, right? But they're still getting their mental. They're still trying to get their mental where it should be, right?
Yes.
That's all it is. Just like I said, I play basketball. I'll shoot some. Oh, I made so many baskets. Yeah, she put so much in her basket. It's the same thing.
Wow.
But it's the same. It really is the same thing.
Well, not in my physical basket, because I don't know if anybody like me. I'm so spoiled now. I'm so used to the packages coming to the door. I hate going to shop around with a basket, because then I got to carry the package to the door.
But that's what I meant. Your cart.
Yeah,
cart online. My bad.
My online
cart online.
Yeah.
Not that physical cart, but her.
But I'm really an equal opportunist online. I don't just shop at one place. I like to spread my winnings.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I like to spread my money.
If you got something to buy, she'll buy it.
Wow, y'all don't listen to him, y'all. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it for B and my kids, and my friends, and whoever else.
Whatever else she feels like.
But you guys, we love you. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. And like we always say, don't forget to tell a friend to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get this thing elevated and off the ground. If you guys have a subscribe, even you guys can share it. Please share it so we can go.
Or even text it. Some of our numbers.
Please.
Text a good topic. We'll
we
deliver.
Appreciate
we'll
it.
Deliver.
Please, any topics that you guys have, nothing's off limits. Let's talk about it. You guys want to talk about it? We're here to talk about it. Until next time.
But you know what's funny is because everyone wants to see me eat seafood. Does anyone see me? I don't eat any seafood.
Oh, yeah. He definitely eating some seafood. Hey. But that's another topic. He definitely down there up in the trenches with it.
No, I'm talking about real seafood.
I'm talking about.
That's
anybody that know that's the real. That's the real sea catcher.
First of all, if you eat that seafood, you have a beard. Hello. So I'm talking about real seafood. I'm not talking about the below waist seafood. Okay.
We love you guys. Bye, you guys. Till next time. Peace, love.
Love you guys.